Welcome to the stream, everybody. Super excited to have everybody here. This is, of course, our Friday 12 o'clock live stream. If you want to come around on Monday as well, we do it at 4 o'clock, 2 times a week. You guys can jump in on the action. Now, before we get into things today, just a few quick channel updates for you guys. Hopefully, I will be getting to sit down with the guys from Sophia TX sometime in the next week. Fingers crossed, and the guys from Kyber Network as well. So that'll all be very exciting. Also, I will be sitting down with the guys from ArcBlock, asking them some pretty tough questions about all the drama that's been going on. Brian Cave in the house, welcome to the party. About all that drama that's been going on, guys, over at ArcBlock, because certainly it has been a pretty dramatic ICO so far. A lot of FUD around that. And I'll be talking to the guys from Genesis Vision here coming up as well. Now, let's go ahead and jump into some of our first stories of the day, and that's about the market, actually. We've just seen PundiX get listed on CoinMarketCap, currently trading at 362, which is quite a bit above the ICO price. That's currently, though. We'll have to let things settle down a bit. It's always a bit of a crazy situation as soon as they come out. Dazi Birnian says Bankera just bought a bank. Yeah, Bankera did just buy a bank in Vanuatu, of all places. Now, look, obviously they were trying to get a European Union banking license, and I'm pretty sure that's still on the plans. But Mr. Hair Lasagna in the house. Welcome, everybody. I'm pretty sure that is still the plans for them to get that, but I guess when you're shopping for banks, you see a good bank on sale in Vanuatu, you buy it up. I'm pretty sure that Vanuatu has some pretty relaxed banking laws, so I would imagine that would be part of the reason. But wow, the Bankera ICO has been going forever, to be honest, and they've raised like 80 million euros. It's crazy. Mr. Hair Lasagna loving the crazy hair. Yeah, it's been a crazy day, guys. I already made 2 videos this morning. There was no time to do the hair. Just didn't happen. I wrote a research report on Vanuatu, says Lord Olu. Was that about Vanuatu banking services? That'd be interesting. Lark, thoughts on SingularityNet? Yeah, well, since we're talking about things that were recently listed on CoinMarketCap, SingularityNet did just get listed last week. So it's a really cool project if you guys haven't looked into it yet. Basically bringing AI to blockchain. And now look, there's a lot of projects that are bringing AI to blockchain, but this is a very promising one in that regard. So it's actually trading, I think, currently not very much above ICO price. So something to have a look at if you guys want to look at picking something. I believe it's trading on KuCoin at the moment. So Lark, I want you to marry my unborn daughter. That's the strangest request I've got on the channel recently. Pete Percent asks, Mr. Lark, what percent of your portfolio do you think should be Bitcoin? I suppose it depends on your personal aversion to risk. Bitcoin over time has proven itself to be, Flex says it was 7 cents in the ICO. Oh, was it? Oh, there you go. That's 7x. How's the different coin he's talking about? It depends on your, how much risk you want to have. Basically, I try to keep a pretty large percentage of Bitcoin in my portfolio, but then other things, increase exponentially in value, and the overall percentage-wise does go down. But, about probably 25% of my portfolio now is Bitcoin. It used to be a bit higher, but things like Cardano popped off, so it became a larger percentage value-wise anyway of my portfolio, right? Not necessarily investment-wise. Took more investment to get that Bitcoin, less investment to get the Cardano. Just had to hold on to it. What do you think about BNB token. So that's the Binance token, for any of you guys who don't know what that is. Now, I think Binance token's a pretty good long-term hold. Obviously, you're banking on the success of that exchange in particular, and Binance has shown itself to be a very resilient exchange, really kicking a lot of butt. But, you know, as time goes on, as they continue to burn Binance tokens, their value will go up over time. Because it's a pretty good deal. Why wouldn't you use the Binance token? Because you get half off on fees. So it's pretty crazy. Dr. Puffin Stuff says, I made the mistake of branching out too far on the altcoin tree. I have deep brain chain, Q-Link, and Dent. I need to just buy the really solid coins and stay away from pure speculation. Yeah, it's definitely a tricky situation. There's all these exciting projects, and hey, look, guys, I feel you on that. I talk about a lot of exciting projects. You know, we cover all kinds of coins on this channel, and I don't buy all those by any means. Somebody was saying the other day, like, you're just, you know, pumping all these coins all the time. Like, nah, man, some of them are community requests. Some of them I think are interesting. Even the ones I think are interesting, I don't end up buying after I do the sort of the research and the review on it. But then I publish that information for you guys to check out. So Andrew asks, what do you think about pump and dump groups on Discord? Do you participate in any of those? No, I do not participate in any pump and dump groups. Not a fan of the market manipulation. Soil Bob says, if Binance gets hacked, BNB will tank. Quite possibly. It'd probably be a good buying situation. Getting hacked doesn't mean that an exchange ends, usually, anyway. So, you know, sometimes exchanges do fold when they get hacked. Lark, I was trying to keep 50% Bitcoin as well, but then my alts blew it away, says Crypto Pirate. It happens, man. It happens. Dr. Puffin says, Puff and Stuff says, then you publish it, pumps up, and you regret not buying it. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes doesn't, sometimes does. That's okay. I try to invest in projects I really just like, not trying to pump stuff or to chase, you know, hype around or whatever. I like fundamentals. I like investing in projects that I think are really good and have good use cases or good future performance potential. Zilliqa, by the way, has also been listed on the old coin market cap. This was, of course, a pretty highly anticipated ICO. Now, the market's currently no active markets at the moment, but it has been listed, so you can go ahead and check that out. Now, I wanted to talk about celebrities, guys. There's some great stories that have come out. This is how I ended up talking about Katy Perry, but this is some funny stuff, and I hope you guys will appreciate the humor in it. HVDV Ascended. I like Genesis Vision. I've done a review on it, and I'm going to be talking to the CEO soon, so keep an eye out. Now, Katy Perry got her nails done, which is a story that apparently I'm covering. Anyway, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Monero, and Stellar. This is great. Famous people getting into cryptocurrencies obviously helps spread mainstream awareness, which is what we want. You know, we're always talking about that, guys. We have to have mainstream awareness. We have to have more and more people coming in. If we want this blockchain thing to succeed, businesses have to get on board with it. Regular people have to start understanding what it is. You know, and in order for regular people to understand what it is, the people who communicate with regular people, like Katy Perry, need to communicate with them. So, Unstoppable Vortex says, thoughts on ONG and A-Chain. Haven't looked into A-Chain. I've heard a lot about it, though. It's been getting talked about a lot. And ONG, I'm on ONG, Decentralized Social Network. It's okay. Like to see some more action going on in there, but it's pretty new, so I guess we'll see how it rolls out in the long run. They kind of share the ad revenue with people, But if you guys want to find me over on ONG Social, if you haven't looked into ONG Social yet, go check it out. It's another one of those get paid back for participating in the network. Much like, it's like Facebook, but you get paid instead of, you know, Facebook stealing all your data and selling it to other people. Anyway, my question is, I hope Katy Perry actually invested in this stuff. Now look, Katy Perry's got hundreds of millions of dollars, doesn't really need any more money. But, man, if she invested in all 5 of those coins like a year ago, sick gains, oh my god. Seriously, wow. The potential for that to really... big stuff. Those are all top cryptocurrencies. So you got good taste, Katy Perry. You got good taste in cryptocurrencies, without a doubt. Now, this is another story that blows my mind. Wheatland Cooperative says the whole crypto community needs to work together to make crypto real currency and to make blockchain overall adopted, I could say. Jamie Larkin, no, I don't have a bald cat to stroke. But that would be great. That would be great. Now, people are paying thousands of dollars for crypto celebrities on the blockchain. Have you guys heard about this yet? This is another crazy phenomenon. Now, I'm not surprised this happened, and I'm sure we're going to see many more iterations of this actually coming forward. And so, essentially, what these guys have done is they've taken celebrities like, you know, Vitalik Buterin, for example, Donald Trump, Kanye West, all these different people, and have given them on the blockchain personality, and you can actually go and buy those people. So that's crazy. This is the new iteration of CryptoKitties, and people are actually buying those people, which is the insane thing. Yevgenia asks, Lark, did you invest in Stellar? I did invest in Stellar, but I didn't invest when it was super, super cheap, but I wish I had. Wish I had. One of those things. Sometimes you just miss the train on some of these coins, guys. But I still like Stellar. I like what Stellar is trying to do. Now, would any of you guys actually spend your money buying a crypto celebrity? Now, much in the same way as CryptoKitties, crypto celebrities, you know, you might laugh, but it could actually be pretty profitable, because if people actually want to buy these things, you could, of course, resell that celebrity later. But you see, everyone's saying no. No way, man. No way. No. Somebody says they buy Angelina. Look, I suppose it's a funny situation, right, guys? But the reality is people are out there buying them, and people will buy them. And this, you may think this is a silly use of blockchain technology, much like CryptoKitties was a silly use of blockchain technology, but there you go. Crypto Pirate says, I bought some cheap kitties. The platform nickel and dimes you for everything. Yeah, probably every transaction, I imagine, would be a problem. Neo and Trinity, my favorite couple. You know, I don't know how long that will actually last, but realistically, if that was to become a viable long-term kind of platform, well, then maybe those celebrities would want to own themselves later, right? It's like buying a web domain before it gets popular. So I guess we'll see how that turns out. Wes is asking, thank you very much for the contribution, by the way. Wes is asking about Tron. Current thoughts on Tron. Honestly, I feel like Tron is so early to the game as far as market cap. It would be really nice to see more development happening from Tron, more actually coming out, etc., etc. You know, so early days for Tron. I'm surprised it got pumped up to like 40 cents. Obviously, people were pumping it from the inside to inflate that value. I don't think it was worth 40 cents per Tron at that point, considering they haven't really delivered on the tech yet. When we see some delivery in the future on what Tron wants to do, yeah, then that's cool. But currently buying it at the current prices, I don't know. Not to say it's not going to pump again, because definitely it's probably going to pump again. But that's just based on market sentiment, guys. Somebody was asking something about exchanges. I want to go check that question out real quick. How exchanges hold your coin for various days when you transfer, says MR. MR, you gotta have to get a little bit more information on that for me, mate, because I'm just wondering, you know, if you send, for example, to an exchange from, let's say, I don't know, Exodus, for example, and the gas prices aren't high enough, well, your Ethereum might get stuck for days, right? It's not necessarily the exchange's fault. It's not the blockchain's fault. Well, it's kind of the blockchain's fault because, you know, but anyway, it's a different story. But yeah, guys, this is one thing with exchanges, which is why everyone's always saying don't keep your money in exchanges. Of course, even getting the money to an exchange and withdrawing it from an exchange can be an absolute pain in the butt. Sometimes we do feel that, of course, you know, wallets are locked up all the time. So even though you can buy stuff, you can't get it out. So there you go. It's problematic when it comes down to it. Okay, let's move on to our next story here, guys. So 50 Cent is in the news today. Speaking of celebrities and cryptocurrencies, it's just one of those days, guys. 50 Cent back in 2014 accepted Bitcoin as payment for one of his albums. Forgot that he had it. And now it's worth $8 million bucks. Hodl, guys. Hodl. That is amazing. That is amazing. Expat Ran says Tron is partnering with Qtum and Space Chain. That's amazing if that turns out to be true. I haven't seen that, but that would be really cool to see that actually get pulled off. Don't have any verification on that story, but if you guys want to find verification on the story, I would say go and look it up. But man, not that 50 Cent needs another $8 million, but hey, why not? Why not, man? Wood Stoves asks, Lark, you don't talk about ARK these days. I still love their wallet. Project is ambitious. Not enough community behind it. What's your take? I think ARK still is a good project. And, you know, Wood Stoves, it's just really tricky in this space. And look, if I don't talk about a project, it's not because I don't like it or anything. And, you know, don't forget he made an extra $2 million in all the forks, says Ryan West. That's true also. I wonder if he's even found out about that yet. But there's so much competition in this space just to try and, you know, get that attention of the market, right? And it's a very, you know, attention short market, right? Maria says everyone's just shilling the new stuff. Well, to an extent, it is a bit of that, Maria. But I think also, Maria, you know, I really try to always come back and talk about, you know, the older projects. And that's why I'm always doing the news videos, kind of giving you guys updates on, you know, what is going on, et cetera, et cetera. But, you know, realistically, everyone kind of talks about the new projects. Everyone wants to know about them. They're really exciting. You know, you see something like, I don't know, Nebulous coming out. I'm like, oh, what's that? I don't know about that. Should I find out about that? Should I know about that? Should I be in on that? I already know about this other older project. So don't forget 50 Cent filed for bankruptcy. Technically, that $8 million belongs to his debtors. Shh. I hope he's put it into Monero already or something like that. Dave Kristen asks, is NEM the most boring crypto? What kind of a question is that, man? I love NEM. I think NEM's got a great community. I think they do a lot of really great stuff. Right? I mean, realistically. Hey, Crypto Numbnuts in the chat. What's going on, man? What's going on? How's Canada, brother? Now, look. NEM is mainly focused as a business blockchain, right? So they're getting all these apps and stuff built on them. They're not big into marketing, They're not big into paying to be listed on exchanges. But if you look at the business partners that they're getting, the projects being built on top of NEM, they're solid, man. They're solid. Just because a project's a bit under the radar at times doesn't mean that it's not good. And there's a lot of projects that they deliver, but they don't oversell what they're going to deliver, and they don't sell what they're going to deliver until they deliver it. Look at the guys at Icon. Seriously. Those guys released their mainnet today. They're just like, oh yeah, but by the way, guys, the mainnet's out. You know, other cryptocurrencies, man, they would have had a conference to announce that there's going to be an announcement. And then at that next conference, when they announce it, they're going to be like, yeah, we're releasing the mainnet in like a year, but like, let's pump the price of our token again. And then they would have like a 6-month update, and then they would get, 50 cent to start pumping their project. Look, fundamentals are fundamentals, guys. And something like Icon, rock solid. Not overhyped. They deliver, and that's what you want to look for. Sometimes the hype is just hype, guys. Is the hype around Wanchain deserved? I've never seen so much FOMO about a project. I haven't had a chance really to like read the white paper yet, so can't tell you, but it's definitely hyped. Definitely hyped. We're going to skip over the Floyd Mayweather story here. Fun story for you guys as well. 57 Ukrainian officials have declared over 21,000 Bitcoins. Those guys are hardcore into it. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's a lot of Bitcoin. Where did they get all that money from? I must wonder. Anyway, that's what you get. Now, Dr. Puffin Stuff asks, what about Deep Onion? I like Deep Onion, and I haven't done a review on it, and it's on my list of things to review. Wait, is it? No, it doesn't have to be, because I get asked about it like daily from the Deep Onion community. But man, what a coin with a community. Seriously. Andrew Blekov, is Cardano overhyped? A lot of things are overhyped in the market at the moment. Cardano has seen some big price run-ups when you consider that it's not operational yet. But I think people are really FOMOing because they look and they understand the developers behind it, they understand the tech behind it, they understand the money behind it. So it's really cool. Yeah, Evgenia from Ukraine. Awesome. Awesome. I love Ukraine. I used to live there, by the way. A long time ago. But I love it. Lived in Kiev for a while. If it's not being used for anything yet and it's worth billions, it's probably overhyped. And this is the crypto market, guys. This is the crypto market. When you actually see some projects that, like Cardano, for example. And I love Cardano. I got in. I was lucky to get in at 2 cents. I know a lot of you guys did too. And it's, the returns on it have been great. But realistically, to be worth the billions that it's worth at the moment, that's a lot. That's a lot, considering they haven't delivered. But this is the market, guys. It's all about FOMO. It's all about, really pushing that kind of stuff up. Diesel says, will you mention Ozcoin if Dr. Puffin Stuff mentions it? Nah, I've got no interest in Ozcoin. No interest in Ozcoin at all. Not from anything I've heard about it. Doesn't seem like something I would like to talk about. Okay. Now, this is an interesting story for you guys. Now, remember last week we talked about the Russian couple that basically got, kidnapped, tortured, and robbed by the mafia in Thailand. And were forced to give up the password for the ledger. Now, this is an interesting feature that somebody brought to my attention. Is that with Ledger, you can actually have a secondary PIN. That is really, really interesting. because they've literally built it for this exact situation. If you're in a hostage situation where somebody has a gun to your head, it wants to get you to put in your PIN so they can steal your money. You can have 2 separate PINs set up. One for an account where you have some money, right? And another for an account where you have most of your money. Trezor also has hidden accounts. It's such a great idea, isn't it? Gosh, you just cannot be too careful with your cryptocurrencies, guys. It is crazy. Absolutely crazy that, you know, this is the kind of world we live in. Stride Rida 1 asks, what is your view on Payfair? Sorry, my friend, I have heard nothing about Payfair, but thank you very much for the contribution. First time hearing about Payfair, to be honest. Blockchain Brad in the house, popping in for a second to say you are awesome. Thanks for doing what you do. Thanks for doing what you do, Blockchain Brad. Appreciate your channel, man. Dave Christensen asks, are you anti-dent? I am not anti-dent by any means. That's the thing, guys. You know, I look into some projects a lot. You know, the ones I reviewed, and some of the ones that I haven't reviewed. Some other ones I've looked into a little bit and kind of understand, but like Dent, I haven't even opened their webpage, man. And it's not that I don't like Dent, but there are only so many hours in the days, and when you have 3 or 4 new cryptocurrencies hitting the market every day, you can't keep up. You just have to find ones that you like and enjoy overall. Nulls is going to be used, says Nathaniel Freed. Hey, by the way, you know, if you want to see Nulls as the community coin next week, make sure you guys vote for it over on Twitter. Camilo Lopez Guevara asks, Callisto ETC fork. What do you think about it? First time hearing about it, Camilo, but that's really interesting. So there's an Ethereum Classic fork. Wait, why is Ethereum Classic forking? Oh my goodness, there you go. Anyway, besides the point. Unstoppable Vortex asks, what about Bitclave? Bitclave does look like an interesting project. Again, I haven't looked into it enough to make some good comments for you guys, unfortunately. Now, let's move on. So, very sneakily, Genesis Mining brought back in Yekta Gulen asks, do you hate Ethereum Classic? I don't hate Ethereum Classic, man. I mine Ethereum Classic. In fact, that's going to be what we're going to talk about at our next story. You know, the only things that I hate, and hate, that's not even a word I like to use, because why waste your time hating stuff, man? It's just not worth it. Not worth the mental and psychological energy you put into it. Now, that being said, there are some projects which I really dislike. Some things that are outright scams, like BitConnect, for example, was an outright scam. Well, a Ponzi scheme that collapsed. You can throw the word scam around as much as you guys like on that, but now, I want to talk about Genesis Mining. They have brought in an Ethereum mining contract very sneakily. Didn't really make a big hype about it. In fact, I don't think they've tweeted about it on Twitter yet. They've just emailed people who have it. Now, interesting thing is, if you're going to mine Ethereum with this, it's not actually very profitable. Your Ethereum mining would only be $14.50 per year, and obviously the difficulty going up, you might be better off just going and buying yourself some Ethereum. Now, Ethereum Classic, though, a little more profitable. You're getting yourself almost 65 Ethereum Classic. Obviously, again, that won't be the final number you get because, of course, it is going up over time, right? That difficulty. But the profit certainly seems a bit better comparatively. Now, that is an advanced contract. Again, mining doesn't start until the 30th of April, which is ages away. Ages away. Anyway, just thought I'd bring that to you guys' attention if you're looking to get some Ethereum mining. But not super profitable at the moment, especially for Ethereum. Ethereum Classic, though, maybe. I am mining some Ethereum on Genesis Mining, and I do mine Ethereum Classic with it, not Ethereum. Sammy Lark, happy you're back from a holiday. I'm happy I'm back too. It's nice to be back. Have you talked about the Gems ICO debacle? I haven't, because I don't know about the Gems ICO debacle. What happened with them? Oh my goodness. Somebody said that Neo is a scam. Well, if Neo is a scam, Bitcoin's a scam. If Bitcoin's a scam, this is all a scam. And we're all being scammed at the highest level. The whole world. In fact, maybe life is a scam, guys. I have that feeling sometimes. No. Guys, honestly, you know what we're always saying. There are so many, everything's been called a scam at multiple times. Multiple times. So, definitely DYOR, guys. If someone's calling something a scam, where'd that come from? Why are they saying that? Phaedra asks, what's your thoughts on Engine Coin? I like the Engine wallet, I can say that. I haven't downloaded it yet. But I'm waiting. Basically, I'm going to get a new phone in a couple days here. My current phone's just overloaded with apps. But when I get a new phone, I'm going to have a download of that and have a look at it. It looks good. Is anyone out there using the Engine wallet? It looks pretty good. Life is a scam. You heard it here, folks. Gems ICO. Have you heard what the dev team has done? Like I said, Crazy Fresh. I haven't heard anything about Gems ICO, man. First I'm hearing about it. My dad is a scam. Do you think people are extra on edge about coins being scams because of BitConnect? Asks Rob Banana. You should always be aware of what people are saying about any given coin and whether or not it's a scam, right? Because sometimes when enough people are saying it, you might want to pay attention to it. Like with BitConnect. Basically, the only people who were saying BitConnect was a good thing were the people who were using the BitConnect referral codes. So you guys can take that for what you will. Now, I just did a review on... Tim, thanks for the contribution, man. I just did a review on USDT. So you guys can go and watch that and kind of check out the observations that I made about it. But it's something that I will continue to not use. Are we paranoid enough? Says Too Legit to Quit. Well, you can never be quite paranoid enough, which is why you may want to consider setting up a secondary pin on your ledger, guys. The hardwood. When do you believe the crackdown on scam coins can be? Now, look. There will be scam coins that'll... Again, scam's a hard word to use because you're lumping in all these things that are straight up scams to things that are just didn't work out. The dev teams abandoned the projects or whatever. That doesn't mean it's a scam, guys. It just means it's a startup that failed. And that doesn't mean it's a scam. But I think as we go on through time here, ICO underwriting services are going to basically be the standard. And any ICO that doesn't use that will not be really looked at by people. Companies like Binance and Robinhood and IDO, that's where people will go to get their ICO coins. There you go. Okay. Bank of America and Citigroup are reviewing the use of credit cards to buy Bitcoin. This is just another scratch for Bitcoin, of course, as banks continually move against Bitcoin. It's just crazy, guys. Story after story after story of banks coming down trying to cut people out from being able to access cryptocurrencies. Very, very interesting stuff. Now, with all that crackdown going on, this is an interesting story too. A shipment of wheat from Rostov in Russia to Turkey was paid for with Bitcoin, which is very interesting. Obviously, that makes the foreign exchange very, very easy. MR, keep your crypto information to yourself so nobody knows about it and you ain't gonna get kidnapped. That's not a bad idea. Anyway, I think we're going to see more and more of this being brought in. Obviously, blockchain technology has massive implications for global logistics, supply chain, shipping, all this stuff. not from just tracking like we see with all these very popular projects like VeChain, Walton, and Wabi and Modem, but also with the payment settlement layer. So now somebody, okay, here we go. Tim, thanks for everything. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? And Ethan, any thoughts on Maker and Dai? Ethan, sorry man, no thoughts on Maker and Dai, but I can talk about Bitcoin Cash for a second. Now look, oh, get out of here. Picture of cargo ship. Now look, Bitcoin Cash is a very divisive topic, I think, for the community. But realistically, it does have corporate support. So long as they can keep mining those blocks, people will keep using it to some extent anyway. But it's basically, with Lightning Network coming, we see basically not so much need for a lot of the other coins. Obviously, and it's not just Bitcoin Cash here. What about Litecoin? You know, obviously Litecoin's got a big community of people supporting it, which I don't think Bitcoin Cash has. There's a small community of people which are, you know, very much into Bitcoin Cash, and that's cool. But with Lightning Network, massive amounts of transactions and super low fees, what does that leave for Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash? Now, that being said, like I said, Litecoin's got a big community. And the community, people will keep using the coin, at least to some extent. But Bitcoin Cash, being that starting off, it's a relatively recent fork, that the community's small, and that it's really more pushed by the mining cartels, we'll have to see how it goes. US banks are a scam. Well, that is one thing we can probably call a scam and believe it. Oh, it's amazing how often banks in the US are fined for, you know, money laundering and all this stuff. El Champo says, just got halfway through your Tether video. Do you think the market has been pumped by Tether? I think there has been a lot of dirty dealing going on with Tether. But, you know, it's one of those burden of proof things. You know, we just have to... Tether is just asking you to believe that they have all this money without any proof, right? It's like Santa Claus or BitConnect's trading bot or God. You know, we just have to believe it's there without any proof, right? Personally, I do not trust the guys at USD Tether Limited to actually be on the up and up, considering that they lied to us in the first place, hid who the CEO was, and now have been not sticking to their white paper and have been unaudited forever. So... Andrew Bleckov says, Charlie said that Litecoin and Bitcoin, as soon as BTC, will be love bugs on the Lightning Network. Too legit to quit. Not certain the Lightning Network is the answer to all of Bitcoin's issues. I'm not either. And look, there will be more issues that face Bitcoin moving forward. So we're just going to have to wait and see, basically, you know, how it rolls out, guys. It's, you know, you have to give it to Bitcoin for all the drama that might surround it. It just keeps going. It's proven itself through all these years to be resilient against attacks, no matter how big they've been, to be resilient against banking attacks, to be resilient against government attacks, to be resilient against network attacks. It's been good. Jay Trainer says, do you think the world masters in Davos are all scared about Bitcoin? Well, they certainly invited a lot of blockchain people to the World Economic Forum. So obviously there's a massive interest in, you know, really getting that technology and looking at the solutions that that technology can offer. So we'll see what turns out. We'll see what turns out. I know there's a lot of people in the economic world who are scared of Bitcoin because they're scared they're going to lose their jobs, guys. These are like the, you know, when the CD came out and all the cassette guys are walking around, that's terrible, you should keep using cassettes. Or when, you know, digital music came out, all the CD guys are walking around like, no, this is, you know, same kind of stuff, guys. Same kind of stuff. Bitcoin is the legend. Confidence in Bitcoin prices delivers confidence to new investors. Therefore, it's to our benefit Bitcoin stabilizes and rises to drive new money in. I like the comment, Ben. Have you seen the predictions for Tron over the next years? Seems too good to be true, says Fancy Rancy. Again, let's see if they can actually start producing something, eh? Okay. Next up. 8 signs you are crypto obsessed. Let's see if any of this makes sense to you guys. Number 1, you sign up to multiple wallets, exchanges, Bitcoin debit cards, or other technologies. How many wallets do I have? Let's just see just down here in the panel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many exchanges? Okay, so that's like 20 or 25 at least for me. That's okay. Tick the first box there. You have to check out new cryptocurrencies and diversify. Oh, okay, that's number 2. That's okay. We're not doing too bad though. 2 out of 8. You know, let's see how we go. You have a pre-prepared Bitcoin elevator pitch. Come on, you guys know you got that, right? Every time that that person at work or you know, your Uncle Tom or whoever asks you about it, you got to be ready to explain it. And pre-prepared answers for Bitcoin. You check the price of Bitcoin first thing in the morning. Capo says, Lark, I saw your video about money laundering and Bitfinex. I see Tron's been listed there. Maybe there's a connection. That's drawing straws. Litecoin is also listed on Bitfinex. A lot of other good projects are listed on Bitfinex. Those comments are specifically related to USD Tether. Don't go drawing straws and trying to link together, you know, Tron and all this stuff. So, you know, let things stand for their merits when they are there. Don't try to create things that aren't there. Okay. Number 5, you check the price of Bitcoin first thing in the morning. Blockfolio, anybody? You get excited when a new company starts accepting Bitcoin as a payment. This is true. Your social media and inbox are dominated by Bitcoin. Or in my case, you have a YouTube channel where you only talk about cryptocurrencies. Oh my God. You get annoyed at people who are only in it for the money. It's about the tech, guys. It's about the tech, all right? Seb Fox, Bitcoin is on Bitfinex. Lark, is Bitcoin a scam? Yeah, Seb, that's what I'm saying. Just because USD Tether might be potentially fraudulent, and the people at Bitfinex have been pushing that, does not mean that Bitfinex in of itself is a scam exchange or a fraudulent in all of its dealings, we could say. Wes Evans, thoughts on Litecoin? Do you hodl Litecoin? Do you think it is a good investment? Wes, yes, I do hodl Litecoin. I like Litecoin. Like I was saying earlier, you know, in comparison, we obviously have to worry about its future with the Lightning Network coming to Bitcoin, but I think there's a big, good community behind it. So I've got, you know, no plans on getting rid of my Litecoin. In fact, I'd like to start mining Litecoin in a more serious way. So working on that. Stryrida, saw a new supply chain coin come out, Origin Trail, like Walton Coin and Ven. What's your view on supply chain coins in 2018? Supply chain coins are big, and I think they actually really solve a pain for a lot of companies, and I think there's space for a lot of these to exist. You know, obviously some of the front runners, they're good, but literally, you guys think about try to imagine for a few minutes the scale of daily global shipping. Right now, think about all the ships plying the oceans, all the planes moving products from point A to point B, all the trucks going down the roads moving products, all of the trains moving products. One company cannot handle this all. And I love Walton and I love VeChain. I think they're both awesome projects. Modem's great, right? But they can't. Those guys can't do it all. This is massive, massive. We're gonna see a lot more of these projects come in, and I think they're all gonna do rather well, assuming that the teams are good and the tech behind them is good. So I haven't looked into Origin Trail, haven't read their white paper, don't know what their team's like, guys. But I can say that supply chain is a big use for blockchain, and the more people that get in early to leverage that, I think there's a lot of potential success for those companies moving forward. Okay. By the way, guys, if you are crypto obsessed or crypto addicted, there's help. Come to the live stream, guys. Come to the live stream. We can suffer together. Okay. And we're on to ICOs. So, Viva La Crypto asks, as a YouTuber, how do I get quicker at thumbnails? Lots and lots and lots of practice. Viva La Crypto. Now, look, I make all my thumbnails trying to be fun, and so I don't use a template. But the quickest way would actually be get yourself set up a template. Look at what Bite-Size Bitcoin, now Decentralized TV, is doing. He's got a template and he just changes the words every time, makes it really, really fast. So you can look around for those. Hello, my name's Kiwi and I'm a cryptoholic. Hi, my name's Lark. I'm addicted to Bitcoin and all things crypto related. You guys haven't heard about Neo yet? No. Okay, sorry guys. Let's continue. So I want to talk a little bit about ICOs. Now look, there are a lot of ICOs going on at any given time. I try to cover a few of them on the show here for you guys. Obviously, the Neon Exchange is a really exciting project that's coming up. I've seen some people who've been saying, well, $1 is too much for a coin. I don't think so at all. I think, gosh, I would like to have as many Neon Exchange coins as I can realistically get. That would be amazing. Obviously, Nex is a very exciting project, and the fact that they've got that dividend payout, basically, huge potential for, you know, long-term income, because I don't think that the Neo blockchain is going anywhere, and I don't think that the exchange, the centralized exchange focused on the Neo blockchain built by the city of Zion is going to go anywhere anytime soon either. So so many cryptoholics in the house. Wes, we're here for you, brother. We're here for you. Jan says we need decentralized exchanges. Yes, we do need decentralized exchanges. I'm going to do a review next week on the current decentralized exchanges, the upcoming decentralized exchanges. Yes, you can still get in on the next ICO. They haven't actually done the information about the dates of the crowd sale yet, so, you know, keep your eyes out for that. Winding Tree is a project I'm pretty interested in. You know, I'm still trying to decide how much I might want to put in that, but it seems like a really interesting project. I like that they're trying to disrupt the travel industry. When you kind of start looking into it, yeah, you realize actually the travel industry is something that is definitely in need of disruption. So that's pretty interesting. Now, look, their market validation model, it's interesting. I guess it's to an extent a bit of market protection, but nevertheless, something to keep in mind. ArcBlock. ArcBlock is an interesting thing. They're offering to make a very interesting blockchain ecosystem, basically. But there's been a lot of FUD. A lot of FUD. And I'm going to be talking to those guys next week. I'm going to be asking them all the tough questions, guys, because those guys need to be grilled hardcore before people put their money into that. But it seems like a promising project, but you know, you gotta really DYOR, guys. Reggie says, if you're not confident in crypto and the coin, do not buy the ICO. Absolutely, Reggie. This is it. Remember, guys, we're in a buyer's market. Buyer's market. Comments on Swissborg. Swissborg is a cool project. Very, very cool project. I definitely, you know, excited to see them come out and really get going, you know, using their AI trading and all that, AI investment and all that fun stuff. Now, somebody asked, I wish you would do an interview with Rune for Cause. I don't want to give Cause airtime. Don't know. No, I'm going to skip that. Anyway, we're continuing. Someone's asking about medical chain. You know, I haven't had a chance to look into medical chain yet, but I've been hearing a lot about it. Certainly seems interesting. The Bankera ICO is still going. They raised 80 million euros and they're still not done. You can still get in there if you do want to get involved in the Bankera ICO. That being said, they've raised $100 million. So, you know, definitely have to really think, is that going to be oversold when it gets to the market? Crypto Guy asks, have you got many of your family and friends into crypto? Yeah, quite a few. Quite a few. When I was in the States recently, I got my brother set up with a Coinbase account and all that stuff, and he's got himself some crypto now. I finally, you know, funny enough, my mom kind of pushed me to get into crypto, but she never got in herself, so I finally got her in, and, you know, some friends as well, so yeah. Yeah, definitely try and do that, you know, and this is a thing for you guys, too. Make sure you know, tell people about it. Don't be annoying too much, but tell people about it. Now, another interesting one is B-Token. Now, the interesting thing is, I don't know if any of you guys saw that interview that I did with Michael from B-Token. It was okay. He answered some of the questions, but at the same time, you know, it didn't really answer a lot of the questions in the way you'd be really excited to have them answered. And I think for a lot of people, I know a lot of the commenters on the B-Token sale were kind of like, oh, WTF, man, what's up with this dude? So, we'll see. We'll see. I'm a little less bullish on B-Token after that, especially because there's only $5 million in tokens up for sale. It's tiny amount. Probably sell out within minutes, you know, so. Again, but that's the crypto market. If you know, you sometimes miss out on, sometimes it doesn't matter if you miss out on them, guys. Milos, no one asks about Rayblox. I'm trying to chase around. I'm talking to the team from Rayblox. Hopefully we can get an interview sometime soon for you guys. Now, what's up next? Daddy. Anyone looked into Daddy yet? This seems like an interesting project. I'm going to read the white paper this afternoon. Not sure if I'll get around to making a review on this project or not, but it definitely seems pretty interesting, you know, because it is another fog computing project. Now look, how much space is there for multiple fog computing blockchain based projects in the space? Well, don't know. But definitely seems interesting. Obviously they're competing in that. They are saying basically Sonam came and was better than Golem. Now we're coming, we're better than Sonam and Golem. It's a big claim. Big claim. Well, we'll have to see if that's that proves to be true or not. So who is the daddy? You guys going on about? And of course, one that I am really interested in as well is WePower. I really like WePower. I know some people are kind of like, I don't know about the model, or they're too wedded to Power Ledger. And hey, I'm big in Power Ledger. I love Power Ledger. Power Ledger is my jazz, man. I love that stuff. But I like WePower too. I think I'm definitely gonna get involved in that ICO. Yeah, assuming you can. You just, you know, maybe make the decision on the day sometimes too. Somebody was asking, oh, Michael, thanks for the channel. Got into Cardano because you get 2 cents. Nice. One day I'll come over to NZ and invite you for a drink. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Augustus, Daddy plagiarized parts of their white paper from Sonam. Well, that's not good, is it? See, this was great. Great talking to you guys, you know. You guys out there, you know, finding out about stuff. Superman said WePower is poop coin. Well, he's entitled to his opinion. I did it. I did the review, read the white paper. I think it's an interesting project. But you guys got to make your own decisions. You know, this is the thing. Never go and invest in a project without looking into something. Seriously. You know, just because a YouTuber's talking about it, or just because someone's talked about it on Twitter or something, you have to go read that white paper. You have to go read the Reddit. You have to read the opposing opinions on that project. Find the people who are saying, hey, this is crap, or this is a scam, and look at what they're saying. Try and understand, hey, is that a valid point that they're making? Is this a problem? That guy, Jonah Lomu ICO coming up. By the way, Jonah Lomu was an All Black back in the day. Local rugby team here in New Zealand, in case any of you guys aren't into rugby. Swed Life Boy says, yeah, you want to make sure the coin has good fundamentals, real world use cases. Yep. Real world use cases are not so important. Well, you gotta look for the good fundamentals. You gotta look for good teams too. You know, this is another thing. WePower versus Power Ledger will be interesting in Australia for sure. Well, it doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't have to be a zero-sum game, guys, you know? It doesn't have to be WePower versus Power Ledger. A lot of space for both of them in this space. And honestly, the global energy problem is so unimaginably big. Again, just like the supply chain coins, we're going to need a lot of different players to help tackle this. Which is why, you know, I said during my WePower review, space for everybody here, guys. You know, don't get just wedded to one crypto and think that one coin's going to solve all the problems in the world. And, you know, we could even take like Bitcoin as an example. Look, projects like, you know, Stellar, for example, great for international remittances. They're going to be very powerful in the long run. You know, Bitcoin's not here to solve all the problems. No one coin can do it all. This is not the Lord of the Rings, guys. One crypto to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. Power Ledger got a grant. Nice. Satoshi, have you said any curse words in videos besides the F-bomb used in the Batcoin video? I guess you know better than I do, man. I try not to. I try to keep it, you know, PC friendly, because I know some of you guys are out there watching. You know, your kids are watching and stuff. So I try to keep it, you know, family friendly, language wise, guys. You know, we're here talking about technology. We're talking about, you know, governments and all that stuff, but try and leave the profanity out of it when I can. Crypto Guy says 180,000 people waiting to get WePower. It will sell out in a day. Crypto Guy, it'll sell out in like 2 minutes, I would imagine. Like, seriously, it's gone. You gotta be waiting there, ready to push that button the second the contract address comes up. John Tuckerson's only 12. Oh my goodness, guys, we're gonna finish it up there for today. Really awesome to have everybody here. Great chat, as always. You know, you guys are the ones who make the crypto community possible. You know, talking to each other here in the comment section, sharing advice, helping each other across different forums. This is what it's all about, guys. Thank you so much for joining into the live stream today. Thanks for everyone who asked questions. Sorry to everyone who has questions I couldn't get to. Long live the blockchain. Oh, of course, thank you to the moderators as well. Long live the blockchain, guys. And peace out till next time.